Call Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. We'll get into the plot line of the novel by Alexander Dumas, The Count of Monte Cristo. Something that was pretty alarming in the original plot line that for the movie adaptation that was created in 99, I believe, or 2000, with Guy Pearce and fucking Jim Caviezel, all right? But in the plot line, if you remember anything about the story, which is historical fiction, mind you, okay, has many actual historical events just as they happened, okay, and then the setting, the theme, where it took place and at what time during the French Revolution, and those shifting of powers between the monarchy and the people, and the Napoleonic dynasty, okay. If you remember anything about the story, there was a treasure that the main character discovered called the treasure of Monte Cristo, all right? And the original holder of that treasure, we're going to get into real quick how that came about, all right? And this is the section in Wikipedia that has basically that plot line, that section of the plot line. It says, and this was a time when the main character was thrown into the prison, okay, for being falsely accused of treason. It says, over the next 8 years, Feria educates Dantes. Dantes is the main character. It says, in languages, history, culture, mathematics, chemistry, medicine, and science. It says, knowing himself to be close to death from catalepsy, Feria tells Dantes the location of a treasure on the island of Monte Cristo, an inheritance from his work for the last of the Spada family, which according to Feria himself is estimated to be worth 2 billion of Roman crowns. Okay, actually, accused, but if I as well referred to either soldi or denarii, nearly 13 millions of our money francs. During the course of his imprisonment, Feria tells the story of the treasure. Sometime in the late 1490s, Cardinal Cesare Spada was created a cardinal after bribing the papal authorities. Pope Alexander VI, okay, which we know to be Rodrigo Borgia, and this was a real person in history, okay, a diabolical piece of shit, an Edomite by his core, all right, a murderous, fucking conniving devil, all right, one of the worst in history. And what you need to realize is these claims and these accounts of these devils, the Borgias, has been widely documented, all right, of their crimes, them being the first crime family, all right. And what was so wicked is they used the robe, what they call, not the robe, Shalak, I believe that is in reference to a judge, more of like a judicial reference, but they used the, I forgot what word they used to refer to the church, but they used the church, man, okay, the papacy, all right. Ultimately, things were in pertaining to the Most High. They used that, as a guise for their wickedness, man. Okay, just as this so-called white man, the devil, the Bible speaks of, the physical counterpart to the spiritual demon Satan. All right, the son of perdition. This man has done since he came back into power during the time of the Renaissance era, man. Okay, he has projected and depicted himself as the people of the scriptures, and therefore garnering that, pretty much, that, for lack of a better term, respect, and that basically gaining that when you worship something, right? He's gained that worship and fucking subjection from the masses of the people, from the rest of the nations, man. Okay, through that, setting himself up as the people of the Most High. All right, covering the faces of the judges. Okay, so you have widely documented accounts of these motherfuckers' crimes, man. And this may or may not be even an actual occurrence, man. Because you have in those historical documents is riddled with different accounts of the Borgias doing exactly what it's gonna explain happened in this plot line. Okay, they were knocking motherfuckers off left and right. Okay, ones that were because the cardinals were like a part of that council for the Pope, right? That they had to agree on certain shit, and if he couldn't get certain ones to go his way, he just off them. All right, that of course for wealth, because this nigga, it's all about fucking looting. All right, he's gonna do some shit and he's gonna loot your shit and take all your wealth. Okay, he's all about that. So it says Cardinal Cesare Spada was created a cardinal after bribing the papal authorities, and in the historical documents I'm mentioning, they adapted into different television series, and a lot of those are not only based on true events, but are historically accurate. All right, it says, and what you need to realize is fucking the devil the Bible speaks of, Esau, Edom. He's the father of lies. Okay, he's a purveyor of deception. So it's made a purpose. There's a saying that the devil's greatest accomplishment, his greatest feat was convincing the world that he doesn't exist, right? And in a form, that's a heavy statement. It's the spirit, because that's exactly what he's done. Okay, he's depicted himself as benevolent. All right, and masked and disguised himself in another identity. Okay, but his exposure is at hand. It says Pope Alexander. Oh, okay, so basically what I just mentioned, in these adaptations, they showed you adaptations that were based off of historical documents of these cocksuckers used to set up people in that the as cardinals, which was that like papal council, right? They'd set them up to ones that were in support of their interests. So basically, they had the fucking control, man, to do whatever they wanted. And they were doing some perverse shit up in there, okay? It said, Pope Alexander VI had offered several noblemen such positions in the Roman Curia as part of a plan to systemically confiscate the corrupt cardinals' wealth after killing them through poisoning, often carried out during official dinners. Okay? So this isn't according to... None of this that I'm mentioning is according to the plot line. These are actual historical accounts that can be found elsewhere. That's what you have. What is known as historical fiction. Only the characters, some of the external characters are the only fictional aspects of the story. Okay, which in this case is the Edmond Dantes, right? And then the them that are in the story. Slovakia. But of course, Napoleon Bonaparte and his exile into the island of Elba, that actually fucking happened. If you know anything about the story, right? You know, all those different political parties and everything, their titles, what was going down, the fucking, what did they call the 100 Days reign? See? All that shit actually happened. That's what this is known as historical fiction. All right? True historical accounts, and then just their own little storyline thrown in there based on that. But all the setting and the theme is accurate. All right? Slovakia for fucking having to stress that, to exhaust that. All right, it says, after suspecting such intentions, Cardinal Spada ordered his family fortune to be hidden in the island of Monte Cristo in order to keep it from being seized by the Pope and his son, Cesare Borgia. Okay, before being killed, in a letter, Spada informed his nephew and heir through an invisible ink letter that the total of the Spada's fortune was hidden there and belonged to him. However, Spada's attempt failed, as neither the nephew nor his descendants were able to decipher the note. Okay. When the cardinal and his nephew attended a lunch presided over by the Pope, which was, of course, Rodrigo Borgia, Pope Alexander VI, both died after drinking poisoned wine, leaving the treasure abandoned. So he eventually got to him. All right. I got this to show you of the true nature of this motherfucker who has a strangle grip over the earth right now, man. All right. The so-called white man, and the crimes of his past, and to show you his true identity, man. This is the worst case of stolen identity in the history of mankind. All right. And what he's done with the power of the earth, man. Complete abuse of powers, but only an allowance by the Heavenly Father, so the Most High can crush this guy, man. All right. Let's get into this real quick. This is in Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay. So Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is indeed the wicked. All right. His true nature is inescapable. Like it says, he can't sleep unless he causes some to be destroyed. Okay. That he come out of the womb speaking lies, man. All right. And just as his nature is, he has gone about the earth since his liberation from captivity, so to speak, okay, during the time of the Renaissance. And he's gone on a slaughtering campaign, okay, right out in the open, right in front of your fucking face with it, too, but primarily in the form of deception, okay. And in that, he has done something known as iconoclasm. All right, which is just another component of deception, which is to cover the faces over different figures in history, okay, more so favorable figures in history, okay, which the most favorable figures in history are the legends of the scriptures, okay, primarily the like it says, the judges, right? And the main judge being Yahushai, the Son of the Most High, okay? That's why he went about to depict himself, Pope Alexander VI, Rodrigo Borgia, himself as the Most High, his son as the Son of the Most High, his daughter as the Virgin Mary, okay? His grandson as the baby Yahushai, okay? That's why he went on to do that, all right? So that he could perform his wickedness, okay? Which, this man, he all he does is spoil people, okay? To kill and destroy, put them to the sword, all right? And then to raid their wealth, all right? This motherfucker's notorious for it. He can't even stop himself, like it says in the scriptures. He's insatiable. He has an insatiable bloodlust, man. Okay. And his exposure is at hand. All right. So by depicting himself as noble and pure, they were able to go behind the scenes and do complete fuckery. All right. Rape, robbery, and murder. This guy is fucking is in the bones, in his bones, like it says, the sins of his youth, okay? And ultimately, the Most High has woken up a remnant of the nation of Israel, because that's all he needs, right? To reestablish the nation of Israel, man, okay? To come back. So that really ultimately the only thing that's going to make it out of this place unscathed, okay? Who he's going to start fresh again with. Because the Most High is just going to have to wipe this place the fuck out. It's in his ultimate plan for the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls the Most High, Slakia ignorantly calls God, okay? The Most High is going to fucking wipe this place out, all right? All the wickedness, this whole regime, okay? This deception and fucking illusion that is over the whole earth, okay? And those men are now hip to this nigga's lies and deception, man, of Esau, Edom, okay? So we're not beguiled and fucking bamboozled by the falsehoods that he is misrepresented, man, himself as the Most High, okay? This is in 2 Corinthians 11:3. But I fear least by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Mashiach. Okay? So it's been one of these motherfuckers' tactics from the garden, man. The spirit that's residing within the so-called white man, is the spirit of the serpent, man. Okay? That wicked root, that wicked line, all right? It says, for if he that cometh preaches another Yahushai whom we have not preached, or if you receive another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might bear well with him. Okay. So the Most High has built up the men of his men ironclad, all right? That to where even before we came into this truth, he was preserving us, obviously, because he called us, all right? He was preserving the minds and the spirits of the men that he was eventually, it was in his plans to wake up, all right? Hence, the men that you have that have the Most High has quickened, all right, as it goes into made alive again, as we were in a dead state, all right. But like it said, the Most High knew us before we were in the womb, right? He was preserving us for this truth, man. Okay, therefore, we through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ruach HaKodesh, we were able to receive and have full understanding for these things that he revealed unto us. Okay. All right. The true identity of the tribes, okay, of the prophets of the men of old, the saints. All right. And now that we have denounced that other Jesus, so to speak, okay, as it says, that we're ironclad in defense against the wiles of this piece of shit, okay. Esau, Edom, and we're in the understanding that the one that this guy is powered up by, Shaitan, is actually in subjection to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. But that was a little bit of an exposure on the true identity and the characteristics, right? How these fuckers operated of the Borgias, man. And that is indeed not Yahushai. This killer, this murderer, Slakia, right? Is not Yahushai, man. All right, an image and a person, because it's not just the image that they worship. All these other fucking people that are still on that Jesus shit, right? It's a whole spirit that comes behind it as well. All right, and that nigga had a rotten fucking demonic spirit, man, that these people are coming behind. Okay. So we give all thanks, honor, glory, praise, and gratitude to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay, for opening up our minds, revealing the truth into us, man, okay? Shalom.